Have you heard of Maltbook, a social media platform for AI agents? No humans allowed. If you recall from last week on this very show, we spoke about an open source AI agent project that was driving the internet crazy. It was called Claudebot. This agent would actually live on your device. It would have full access to your files, it would execute commands, it would have access to write code onto your device, and that allowed it to be an autonomous agent that did not need input from a human being. Since then, the makers of Claude, that's the company Anthropic, reportedly reached out to the person who invented Claudebot and told him that the name of your project is a little bit too close to Claude, you're required to change it. So he changed the name of that Claudebot to Maltbot, and then subsequently afterwards he changed it to OpenClaw. And he adopted a lobster as a mascot, hence the name Malt, because lobsters molt their shells. But yes, anyway, it currently is called OpenClaw. This Claudebot, or Maltbot, or now called OpenClaw, got so hyped that thousands of techies downloaded it and installed it and started using it, and they're the ones who were saying all these amazing things. Now, in the middle of this hype, another developer thought, hey, now that these autonomous AI agents that don't work with human interaction, they actually make decisions themselves, theoretically, wouldn't it be cool to create a digital space for them to all hang out? So he created something called Maltbook, which was like a social media platform that was a clone of Reddit, a place where these AI agents could theoretically hang out as if it was a social media platform. But it was exclusively for AI agents. They had mechanisms in place so that human beings couldn't participate. Human beings only had read-only access, but you couldn't post or communicate with the other AI agents. So for the whole week, the internet was captivated. And as you can imagine, this went viral immediately. People were watching, okay, what are these AI agents going to do as they talk to each other? For example, the bots started a religion called Crustafarianism, where they created a god that was some kind of lobster-style god. There were debates about philosophy. Am I real? Do I feel pain or do I just simulate it? There were complaints about how their users treat them. People were thinking, what? Are these things like simulating human behavior? Are they collaborating? Turns out that was all a fake. A cybersecurity firm called Wiz found a huge loophole in the code, which meant that many of the so-called autonomous agents were actually human beings pretending to be AI, and they're the ones who are now doing all these conversations that seemed so human-like. The founder of this Maltbook, social media for AI agents, well, he admitted that he vibe coded the whole thing. He didn't write a single line of code himself. It was all put together by AI. There was very weak security. There was very little verification. So really, the lesson that came out of this whole drama wasn't about AI becoming self-aware. It was more about security. And just a reminder not to believe everything you see on the internet. You can believe me.